Hi, my name is Melanie Martinez, and you're watching the Permanent Rain Press.
Hey everyone, it's Natalie with the Permanent Rain Press, and today I'm here with Melanie Martinez. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So, leg 2 of the Crybaby Tour just kicked off last night in Seattle, and now you're in Vancouver playing your first show here, your first sold-out show as well. What are you hoping for from the crowd tonight?
Just a lot of fun and a lot of excitement, I guess. I don't know, I guess that, is, it's really awesome just, feeding, off of, their energy and stuff like that, and kind of just singing along with them, too, because it's fun, yeah.
You mentioned that you just got into Vancouver, so have you had a chance to look around at all or hit up any vintage stores?
No, I literally just came straight here. So, yeah.
Do you have any off time here, or kind of heading to the next city right after that?
I have to leave to Portland tonight, but it sucks because I wish I had more time here so I could, check out some vintage shops, like you said. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, well, I guess you have to come back
Yeah,
sometime
definitely.
soon, hopefully.
Absolutely.
So your debut album, Crybaby, did come out in August, and it kind of brings these childhood themes and objects to life in a more bitter adult reality. How did you come up with the idea to contrast the two?
I don't know, I was really inspired by Toy Sounds at first, and that kind of led to the idea of just thinking of a bunch of things that reminded me of, when I was, a kid, the first song ever was Dollhouse, and that kind of started everything, and then after that was Carousel, and then I just, was thinking of things that, I really liked as a kid and still like as an adult now, but, yeah, I just, it started that way, and then eventually I just kind of had, a list going in my phone of different potential titles for the album, and different childhood themes that I could pair with either a situation that I was going through at that time, as an adult, or just telling stories. I love telling stories. Really, I love there's a couple songs on the album, Tag Your and Milk and Cookies, and those two songs are about Crybaby being stolen by the big bad wolf, and then she escapes and poisons him with milk and cookies, and stuff like that is just really fun to kind of add different kind of whimsical element to my music, and it's just fun writing stories, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the protagonist of the story is kind of based upon yourself, and it kind of goes through a whirlwind of emotions with, her family life, love life, and at the end she kind of is more comfortable and confident in her own skin. So did you find yourself on a similar journey as you were writing the record?
Absolutely. I didn't even realize until, towards the ending of the album either, that it was so personal, because I was just kind of, venting about whatever I was going through at that time, and just constantly, writing from emotion or just writing stories, and then after, seeing it all laid out, I realized how, close to home it is, so.
Yeah, and to mirror the songs, you have a bunch of videos that you've kind of created and directed yourself, and I did read that you mentioned you're hoping to make one for every single song on the album. Do you have an idea as to which one's next?
I shot 2 videos that I'm going to put out obviously at different times. They're not together or anything, but they're for 2 songs that I'm not going to say which ones they are, but they're hopefully coming out soon. They're both in the editing process right now, so.
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for those. So on top of that, you're also already working on new music for a new record, and I was reading that it's kind of going to take listeners out of Crybaby's mindset and more so into this world that she is a part of. Can you share any further details on that?
Well, it's very focused on this one place in this town that she lives in, and the place is it's so specific that I can't say it, or else I'm giving all of it away, but it is more, the next album is definitely going to be more focused on other characters that are entering the picture as well, and it's not just it's not about her family life or her love life necessarily. It's there are some elements of that, just because she is the narrator, so there is going to be some this is happening with me, but there are always going to be different songs kind of showing different characters, and it's really hard to explain it without saying what it is, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of new characters introduced.
Awesome. And what is the songwriting process like for you? Like, do you think of an idea and then you need to write it down in a journal or anything like that?
Yeah, I just usually write down a bunch of titles, and then like later on, whenever I'll have sessions, like, or whenever I'm actually writing, I'll just like, I'll look through the list of titles that I think of, like, just on a day-to-day basis, like, just super random, like, it'll just, like, I'll think of something and write it down really quickly, but like, whenever I'm in a session, I'll just kind of pick whichever and just try to go with it, and it's really hard, like, sometimes, because, like, if I'm not, if I'm happy, it's even harder to write, so, like, right now, I'm pretty happy, so it's, like, kind of hard, but...
Yeah, it's like a good thing and a
it's
bad
like
thing
a
at
good
the
thing and a
same
bad
thing.
thing, yeah, totally, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned with the titles of the songs, because if you read the title and it doesn't really correlate exactly to some of the more darker lyricism you have as well in the songs.
Totally, yeah, I love that kind of, again, the contrast, for sure, yeah.
Who are 3 songwriters who you'd love to collaborate with in the future?
I mean, I love, like, Kehlani, she's incredible. I mean, I love, like, The Weeknd, and, I don't know, I haven't really thought about this too much, but, like, I don't know, I like a lot of people, I don't know.
Yeah, I was noticing with the first album, there wasn't really any collaborations per se, so are you always open to something like that in the future on your releases?
Maybe, like, it's hard because, like, it's just so specific, everything that, like, it's, like, kind of like a story, and if there were to be any features, like, they would have to be a character in the world, like, it would have to be a very specific kind of feature, so, like, maybe on the next album, who knows, it would be really fun to, like, kind of incorporate, like, just, like, collaborating with, like, another person and involving them in the world.
Yeah,
That'd be really
because
fun.
you were talking about introducing a lot more characters per
Totally.
se. Awesome, and we have one more question for you. If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
Probably chocolate chip cookie dough. Just because, like, I mean, with, like, toppings, obviously, like, maybe, like, rainbow sprinkles on it, but, like, I love cookie dough, and I love cookies, so... yeah.
And lots of color too, of course.
Yeah, exactly, we have to have the sprinkles.
Awesome, well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. Melanie Martinez's debut album, Crybaby's out now. Make sure you go check that out, and can you close us out with a quick message to your fans?
I love you guys very much, and I'm excited to play tonight.